E-ink notebooks have taken over my life as far as how I journal, how I write, how my thoughts are put down, and how I draw. A lot of the things that I do in several different notebooks have all come together in one. And I have done reviews on others in the past, such as the reMarkable Pro Move, and that's actually the reason that I have this in the first place. So many people commented that I should try to use this thing, and fortunately I was able to get my hands on one. I'm not disappointed whatsoever. And in today's video, I'm going to show you the good and the bad about the Supernote Nomad. So we have a 7.8 inch e-ink notebook here. And the difference between this and a regular e-reader is that you can actually write on it. And this has been my favorite piece of advanced technology that we've had in a while. We obviously have others out there, such as the Books and the reMarkable, and I've done reviews on those, but a lot of people said I should do this one, and I've really enjoyed it. The reason I like it so much, honestly, is because it's almost the same size as my favorite notebook, and that's something that you really find to be a lot easier to switch over from actual notebooks to something like this. Having something this size just makes me feel right at home, and it's so thin and lightweight. I did go with the crystal version so you could kind of see the elements in the back of it, such as the battery, storage, and also external storage, so you can put your micro SD here if you do want to expand that. One of the best things about Supernote is that they want you to have the right to repair. So you can actually go on their websites and order batteries and other parts, so you can fix this yourself. It comes with a screwdriver, and that's all you have to do. Go on, grab some things if you want to keep some of these stocked just in case your battery dies someday. You are able to do that yourself, and I think that's absolutely incredible and super ethical for a company like this to allow you to do those things, because I find that to be very important. Because in my last video I did say something about what if the company goes under, and well, they kind of got you hooked up here by doing exactly this. Super excited that they did that. I'm gonna start off with a few of my favorite things. The number one favorite thing, and you might think it sounds a little goofy, is actually what they're calling stickers. And stickers are just drawings or letters or whatever you wanna do, calligraphy, and you just circle it with a lasso tool, and then you can just click save to your stickers, and you can bring those in whenever you're actually journaling and just drop them in places. If you're talking about YouTube or something, here's a YouTube sticker, computers, cameras, whatever your mind can come up with. And I doodle a lot whenever I am taking notes, or if I'm in a meeting or something like that. I will definitely be putting little doodles around the place, and then I'll save them to my stickers for later so I can use them for other things in the future. So that feature is definitely my favorite of all of them. Secondly, the handwriting on this looks very similar to what it looks like in real life whenever I'm drawing on a piece of paper. Something I've found with the Books and with the reMarkable is that they don't look like mine. And I knew something was always off until I picked this up and realized that looks exactly like my writing, and it feels like my writing, and it just works. Somehow, I'm not sure if it's the ceramic tip that comes on their pens, but any EMR pen will work, which is great, so you don't have to worry about charging these things. I went with the Lamy that they have, and it's just a really nice ceramic tip on it, which they also make fountain pens, so I feel like they fit right in with this, and it also has like the crystal clear color to it, which I find is a nice touch. And the white folio that goes with it is great as well. I have my stickers already building up on this, and I just like to kind of decorate my things, my computer, same way. Drawing on this feels very natural, just like the writing does, and I think it looks like my drawing, and the pressure sensitivity works really well. They do have an extra app on here that I haven't really used because the shortcuts are not the same within that app as the proprietary note-taking app, and I can draw just as well on it, in my opinion, although it lacks some of the pens and brushes, but it is free to download, so I would just download it and see how you feel about it. Another great thing about this versus the reMarkable is that you can get Kindle on here. And I actually have used this for my graphic novels, for black and white stuff that looks really good. This is very high contrast. The refresh rate is impeccable, fastest one that I've seen so far. And the biggest downfall for all of this, which I know you know there's gonna be caveats, is the fact that it doesn't have a backlight. And I think that's gonna drive a lot of people away. And also it is just a black and white e-ink notebook. There is no color whatsoever. And a lot of people are gonna be driven away by that. The reason that I went with the reMarkable and the reason that I went with the Books is because it did have color. However, I've gotten really used to the black and white of this, and it makes me actually do less of trying to be artistic to an extent where it takes up too much of my time, and the simplicity of this has gotten me to the monochrome kind of grayscale things that you would be typically using whenever you're writing with pen and paper. So it's just been a really fun journey with the Nomad. The things that I do a lot on this is consultations, itineraries, journaling, poetry, writing, and drawing. Those are the biggest things that I do, and it does all of those things very, very well. I think having the actual Kindle app on there is a plus for me because I usually read in bed. However, if my wife goes to sleep, she'll turn her light off and then boom, it's just all gone because I don't have a light for this. I do hope that they come out with some type of light that comes over the top in the future because it does have the little back piece here that I believe they plan on making some type of accessory to give us a light. So I wish they would hurry up and get that because I would love to just veto my reMarkable, but I do use that in the bed sometimes if my wife's going to sleep and I want to take some notes whenever I want to take notes. Unfortunately, can't do that with this in the dark because it is pitch black. One thing that I really love that Supernote has done is put these sidebars on here. As you can see, on the right side, you can push up and it will refresh the page, or you can pull down and it's gonna pull a quick menu down from the right side. You can also pull down from the very top and it's gonna pull down your menu as well. On the left side, you have a few different features. What I have mine set up is to redo if you swipe up and undo if you swipe down. And if you hold 2 fingers down and circle something on the screen, it's actually going to erase whatever you circle. And you also have a lot of different functionalities within shortcuts on the screen that you can set up however you want. But for now, mine's set up the way that it comes. So if I press my finger down on the screen and circle something, it will create a lasso around that. And then I can drag and drop it wherever. And I think having the lasso tool at your fingertips so quickly is really nice, especially if you're doing to-do list. And I just keep going through the same to-do list. I don't have many of them. I just write them down, and when I'm done with something, I'll just erase it and then drag everything else around on the screen. One more exciting thing is that I've created rope straps for smaller cameras such as the GR, the X100, the Leica Q, and anything else that's compact because there was like a hole in the market and I really wanted something with kind of quick releases, something that was going to hold, something that's shorter so you can get your eye up to the viewfinder if you have a camera with a viewfinder, or if you're just doing street photography. It's really nice, easy, and it hangs like in the perfect area. They're 30 inches long, so make sure you check out the link below if you are interested in camera straps. Thank you for supporting my channel and for watching my videos. Let's get back to it. Can we not do something to make this water resistant, or like just a little bit of something to make me feel a little bit more comfortable carrying this around in places? Like, I don't know. I wish they would, and I'm sure they will in the future, but I'm sure it costs a lot of money for them to do that. And it is a lot less expensive than the reMarkable. I think that they wanted to just keep the price low and concentrate on the productivity of the things that you're gonna do instead of throwing a lot more money into it, because the device would cost a lot more if it was IP rated. I understand that, but hopefully they will come out in the future with one that may be a little bit more expensive than this, maybe $400, but it would be a lot more confidence in this if it was a little bit weather sealed. Like the to-do list is one of my favorite things because you can actually, with any of your notebooks or pages, you can set them as your background or your home screen or your lock screen or whatever you want to call it. And it's really nice to have that whenever you're just like walking past. Your screen might be locked, but at least you can see your to-do list, so you don't have to actually open it and fiddle with it. It's like a piece of paper sitting on your desk essentially. Obviously not exactly like it, but you get what I'm saying. It's just nice that they've thought that through enough to where they're like, yeah, this is gonna be something that people are gonna use. And I definitely use that like all the freaking time. The orientation of it, you can change it to left or right-handed, which is very good for people that are left-handed. You literally just swap it over to where you would have it backwards, you know what I mean? And you can set it in the settings to be for lefties, and you can also have landscape if you want to as well. So lots of things that are really, really great about this. A lot of people love the headings feature and the keywords feature. So you can circle a word or a phrase or something like that and save it, and then you will be able to go to that and find things very, very easily. It's kind of like a link, but a little bit more intuitive. And then you also have digest. So if you like have a quote or something that you really like, you can just highlight it and then just save it into your digest. So you can always go back to see all your favorite quotes or whatever that you want to do with those. I'm sure if you're a student or somebody that's more professional than I am, you could find things to do with all of those. It's just really interesting how they have thought just about everything through. And then you have links as well that you can link from page to page to page, or to websites also, because it does have Wi-Fi and you can connect to the internet in a shitty browser, but it's still a browser. If you need to pull something up, it is there, and that is very, very cool. I'm going to compare it to the reMarkable Pro Move because a lot of people wrote on my video asking me to do a review on this. Obviously they're kind of in the same realm, and the thing is like the size is way better with this. The battery life is way better because you don't have a backlight to worry about. It's all black and white, so you don't have a lot of rendering going on trying to figure that out. So the refresh rate on this is way superior to any other e-ink notebook that I've used in the past. And the handwriting on this looks way more like my handwriting than the reMarkable. It just doesn't look like mine, and my drawings don't pull the same and feel the same. I'm not sure if it's the ceramic tip on this that feels more intuitive and real life-like. I think that they killed it on this, 100%. Very secure. And then of course the actual cover that you can get for this is just great. The magnetic cover, it just holds really well. So you shouldn't have to worry about it like falling off or anything. Yeah, very nice. But overall, this has been the actual best e-ink notebook that I have used. I don't think there's anything better than this. If it had a backlight, it would probably be like 100% the best for everybody, and nobody would probably buy reMarkable if they had this, just because the app works so well, and it just really, really works. It's great. It's great. I had a blast with it, and I'm going to continue to use this. The reMarkable, I'll probably end up selling it because I just haven't really used it that much, honestly. Yeah, anyway, so if you're a professional student, or maybe even a photographer, and you want something that you can take out on the field with you, take notes, journal, is very important. I think that people should still do that. I mean, there's obviously a mental health crisis, and journaling is honestly, in my opinion, the best thing that you can do. Try some poetry. I definitely push you to do that because I think that's also important and get your creativity going. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helped kind of understand what it was more than anything. I'm not trying to sell it by any means, and I'm not affiliated with Supernote. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and until next time, peace.